some of the core stuff is dropping though, so
Good morning, believers. Good morning, Israel. It's your brother JD Nija coming to you from Norwalk again. Norwalk, beautiful Norwalk, California, in the heart of East LA. No, not in the heart of East LA, in the edge of East LA, in the east of East LA. Looks like we're going to get some rain today. Those clouds, maybe not. It's pretty windy. I'll probably blow through. Oh, anyway, good morning, good morning. Anybody else feeling somewhat I don't know, overwhelmed by the world? I mean, welcome new subscriber. I didn't see your name didn't come up. I don't know. Some people can subscribe, hidden subscribers. And then others of you, your channel pops up. And I know who you are. But anyway, welcome new subscriber. Welcome new subscriber. Everything is getting so damn expensive. I mean, and it seems like it's not going to stop. It seems like there's a push from the higher ups. They're pushing and pushing and pushing. They're making things more and more difficult. There was a time when, I don't know, maybe there was never a time. It just seemed like that. It seemed like everyone had a chance. I don't know. When I look back on it, it always kind of felt like this, like, how are we ever going to make it? Or it's a weird time to be alive, I'll tell you. I was waiting to check out with my coffee there at 7-Eleven, and I look at the candy. You know, candy used to be, candy was pretty cheap, man. It used to be shit if you only had a couple bucks and you were kind of hungry and you didn't mind filling your gut full of toxic sugar. You could grab some Twizzlers or something like that and munch on them throughout the day, and it would keep you from having to spend $8 for a sandwich or whatever. But now a pack of Twizzlers is $3.99, $4. You might as well buy a poisonous hamburger somewhere. I was looking at the candy and I'm like, it's kind of good. Sugar's a bitch, man. I'll tell you, the guy I was working for yesterday, we call him Peach. All of us people in the hood have nicknames, right? I have a couple. I'm the Fall Guy, Weasel, Wheezy, the Fall Guy, the Fallen, the Fall Guy, because I was a stunt man. I do stunts. Stunting. And I paid $2.50 for awful coffee. Awful. It's the strangest thing. How expensive everything is, and there's no quality. If you want quality, you really gotta pay. You might as well get the good stuff, because it's the shit costs just as much. So anyway, that's my rant on the economy. I feel bad for you kids out there, anyone under 40. You are either grinding yourself into the ground, or you got lucky and you got to go to college and were smart enough to find a niche, or because I'll tell you what, their goal is to take away all the jobs and make people sit and rot. That's the goal. I can see it now. It's all about making people sit down with their VR fucking headsets, whatever, virtual reality. Hey, I had it right. I was like, what is it called? I'm not a tech guy, so whenever I talk about that stuff, if I don't have the names of the stuff right, it's because I don't give a fuck. I've never been a tech guy. I like the phone. I like being able to get entertainment on the phone. I love it. I love being able to hear other people talk about shit, even though sometimes that's what they do, is they talk about shit. We don't have a very high level of overall intelligence, and you can tell by the internet. And then you have people that are being controlled by elites. These people that aren't really that good, that have 7,000, 8,000 subscribers. They're not, I mean, they're good because they're getting help. Tony Williams, he's something else, man. So, yeah, we talked about that, how he's all about, oh, there's no tribulation. If this isn't tribulation, if we're not in tribulation, this is one fucked up heaven. This seems like hell to me. It's like there's diseases going around, viruses. I still don't feel good. I still feel, it's really weird. It's in my eyes. So I was at the bar with my baby Snow, and the owner likes me, so I told him I wasn't feeling good. And he comes out of the back with a COVID test. I'm like, motherfucker. Me and Snow look at each other like, really, dude? So Snowy helped me do the test. I've only done a couple. I don't like putting that swab in my nose. But I like Bob, and so I did it. And it was negligible whether I had it or not, but it started to turn red like I have COVID. And so she's all, yeah, looks negative to me. And we look at each other. She goes, do you want me to throw it away? And I go, sure. So I think I did get the vid somewhere. And then she said to me, we're around people with that shit every day. And she's right. It's like, what are you going to do? It's everywhere. And she's so smart. She thinks things through, and then she sits on where she stops. And she already had it in her mind. She already thought it through. That shit's everywhere. We're not going to be able to stop it. Why get all shitty about it? It's everyone, like I said yesterday, everyone has that crap now. Or has had it, or is going to have it, or is going to pass it, or is not. The virus is hiding now. You can't even, I heard on the news that you can't even identify it without the PCR test or whatever it is, the one that they have at the doctor's office. I'm not going to try and remember what it is. It's not that I guess I should have the names of this shit before I start throwing out information, but you know what I'm talking about. PRC test or... Yeah, I still feel shitty. It's been 5 days. And it's just going to come back. It's everywhere. It's on everything we touch. It's almost like I don't know. I have some wild imagination. To me, it's like it's almost on the 5G millimeter waves. It's almost like in the air now. It's traveling through our bodies. It's probably somehow that shit is attached to these millimeter waves. Because those millimeter waves, supposedly they take up oxygen. Look it up. I forget what they call it. Oxygen species, some kind of airborne oxygen species. It the wave, as it's traveling through the air, has a tendency to attach oxygen molecules to it, and it moves oxygen around in ways that's not normal. So what they're basically doing, from what I can tell, part of this, if I'm right, I'm not saying I'm right, what I'm proposing and what a lot of people are proposing is some kind of a theory on it's taking up these oxygen species, and we're basically strangling on our own air because of the millimeter waves are flowing through our body. Get this. So if radiation waves and microwaves, radio waves, some of them actually flow through our bodies because we're not as solid as we think. We're made up of molecules too. So these molecules, these waves of energy, the same waves of energy that come from the sky, from the sun, and from God, that infuse our bodies, it hits your skin and it goes into your body. It's not so much it hits your skin, it's going into your body. You're in the sunlight. So my buddy was talking about having diabetes. And vitamin D. We need more vitamin D. We need the natural sunlight. I think if it wasn't for natural sunlight for me, I would probably be dead. I think they know that the people of the Lord, get this, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but if you could put all these things together in your mind, sugar, radio waves, microwaves, 5G millimeter size waves, whatever they are, they have a certain frequency, right? It's frequency. It's the same thing I've been talking about. I can hardly breathe right now. They're strangling us with our own air. That might be why they chemtrail. They still haven't told us exactly. We know it has something to do with the weather, but it could be blocking out God's rays. And these devils, man, I wouldn't put it past them. So what I was proposing is that God's people, we're naturally outdoor people. And so we're used to hunting and gathering and being by the river, fishing, walking long distances with our families to either get water or to get food, or hanging out with our boys and hunting a big game to bring it back, whatever it was, we would sleep at night, and when the sun comes up, we would go outside. And my body is still that way. I'm in a really hardcore circadian cycle where when the sun comes up, I get up, and when the sun goes down, I go down. Even if it's 7 o'clock, I don't see any use in wasting energy that I could be saving for the daylight hours. And I know it sounds stupid to most people. They're like, "You go to bed at 7? Are you insane?" I do. And then I get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm out when the sun comes up. I'm already in my truck going somewhere. So the sun's coming up now, and I'm going to be indoors all day, pretty much, I think, today. But let me get some coffee. What I'm saying is they're attacking us on so many different levels. Between the food, oh my God. Just thinking about what my buddy was saying about diabetes, the sugar content of everything. Completely ruinous to the body. I'm not going to say this is true, but I think certain drugs are less dangerous than, at least in their best form, are less dangerous than some of the food and sugar and stuff we eat. The sugar's killing more people than anything. Diabetes is like complication in like 1 in 3 deaths. Death? My lisp is kicking in. Anyway, thanks for being here, subscribers, family. I don't know. I always need to get something off my chest, and I'm not like Snow. That's why I enjoy her company so much. She's very pragmatic and to the point. And if there was a woman that Jeff DeLoach needed, it would be someone that could just say, "Stop it, stop it, Jeffrey." I'm a dreamer, I imagine things. I'm a thinker. I never come to the bottom line because I don't know if there is a bottom line. Is there? And so if you can corral your thoughts like she does, she's good at corralling her thoughts and getting to the point on some things. The sea, it's here to stay. What are we going to do? And then she said it to me, and I listened to her because I trust her. And she looked at me and she said, "Honey, we get that shit is around here every day. We're swimming in it." And she's right, especially at the bar, it's like, so, I've never been so enamored with a woman. And not just because I want a woman, or I want sex, or I want a relationship. We have a relationship. We don't have sex. But the relationship itself is so beneficial to me, to the way the way I think, and the concern and care that she has for herself bleeds over. And so, I'm sorry I'm not that I'm not that guy, you know that. My love is like ethereal more. It's more like I can't help but care for you, but I don't know really how to do it. All I can do is say it. I know I do. So somebody's doing something weird over here. Something's dragging under their car. It's funny, you come to LA County. I live in Orange County. There's not as much traffic. People are more conservative as far as their driving, and around here it's kind of like the Wild West when it comes to driving around. Everybody's car has dents over here. Pieces are falling off. Bumpers are dented. It's it's kind of funny. But anyhow, love. It's a strange thing because we kind of all love differently. So we've been going into interesting, the Book of Acts. A lot of disappearing and reappearing, right? A lot of disappearing and reappearing. It's like, wow, I didn't know how many times people were like glitching out and what do they call it? Astral projecting and spiritually disappearing and then reappearing. And see, I don't understand how this stuff just gets skipped over. It's like, did the pastor ever go, and we're not quite sure what they meant by he disappeared? I mean, Jesus disappeared a bunch of times, and then he was gone. In the Old Testament, Ehud, he went in and killed Eglon. He was a Benjamite, and he fucking just dematerialized and then rematerialized outside the gates. It was like, what? So I talked about this a couple videos ago about how I've seen that happen. My son dematerialized and then rematerialized when he went under the van. We dematerialized when we went head on with another vehicle in Mexico, and then rematerialized on the other side after we passed through each other. It was, I've seen it myself. So there's ways, there's shit that we don't see behind the veil. There's angels, there's powers that we don't understand. And let me see what I got. I'm doing pretty good. I hit on all the points I wanted to hit on. I kind of flew around with the oxygen species and the cost of things, and there's just too much going on. It's hard to get a grip on. And then now they're playing games with our mind, either whatever went on in Miami with these / angels, aliens, demons. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't trust anything that the media says anymore. I've seen shit like that. It's not that big a deal to me. It's like, but for that to be seen by a bunch of people like that, usually the Lord does things. People don't know what happened. And it's usually because something disappears, not because it appears. I've seen things appear, and I've been with people that have seen things appear. Me and my old girlfriend, Joy, they were in our fucking house. We had a ghost, and we had little black flying sheets chasing that fucking ghost around until they got him to go up this portal that was in our bedroom. I mean, you guys are probably going, what the fuck? Yeah. I never that was, I tell people that they're all, you must have been on drugs. Well, yeah, but besides that point, the kids seen the ghost too, and they knew something was going on in that house, and it wasn't just the drugs, I'll tell you. These fucking little black sheets chasing the old owner who died in the house, trying to get him to go up this portal. Finally, after one night of hurricane of these little fuckers, they finally got him up the portal. And that portal, it had a sucking sound. It was like assisting in the in the retrieval of this spirit. As soon as he went up that portal, man, that thing shut down like a cave. All the sucking sound stopped. It was like, and then we had witches come over when we were selling the place. Witches would go upstairs just to go look at the portal. Yeah. The empty portal, it was non-functioning at that point, but I can imagine what that house is like now. It's like people walk in there, they're like, yeah, what's that hole in the ceiling? What do you mean? You can't see it? But anyhow, that might have just been a taste of what's coming. Maybe shit like that's going to start going down everywhere. Sorry for the snorting and sneezing, and I still feel fucked up, man. Whatever these sicknesses they threw out here, it's not good. All right, I'm going to shut it down, and then I'll come back. We'll get into the Bible. We're in Acts 11. Peter's trance and vision. We went into that. Trances and visions. Yeah, you think you think you're having visions now. Wait. All right, JD and I's word of truth. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Coming to you from East LA. I was born in East LA.